Hello guys, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and tonight we're gonna check into the week that we are embarking into. And so the first things first, as I always do, that will be the collective reading for the week itself, just to have a taste. What kind of a experience overall we're gonna have, the world is going to have. Hopefully we're gonna take a good one. By the way, the cards for it were pre-drewed for the collective, that is, so I can do the thumbnail, and therefore you can see them in the thumbnail itself. I'm gonna show them to you anyway. So the first card for the week, that is the Page of Pentacles. And by the way, hello Taco and hello Anna, welcome to the stream. The second card, or the first influence to the Page of Pentacles, that is the Knight, of a Cups. And the second influence to the Page of Pentacles, that is the Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles. This is how the elemental dignity stands for the weekend. Overall, this should be quite of a, for lack of a better word here, I would say successful week. For reason being is that whatever effort invested, and this comes from the elemental dignity of the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups here. So whatever effort invested, whether you invest an effort in job, or rather like in your work, whether investing effort into your hobbies, whether investing effort into your love life, but again, it does require a personal touch, it does require a personal effort here. So whatever effort invested, it will produce a thing of value. Now, what that thing of value is going to be will be dependable on what effort is invested and where as well is invested. You invest effort in your business, so that will be a valuable business deal, for example, or a valuable business endeavor, or a valuable client, whatever the case. But the thing it is that our efforts into the upcoming week are going to produce results. And as the Knight of Cups stands, the bigger the effort, the bigger the worth of those results. And the other elemental dignity here of the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, which stands here like that, it serves like a barrier. That is like one cannot, can I put it into words? One cannot give more than one can take. So for that said, not just only throughout the week the efforts are gonna worth our while, but also we can't overkill the situation, for a lack of better expression here, or overdo or overinvest for that matter. There is going to be some kind of criteria, some kind of a circumstance that is not going to allow none of us to screw ourselves over out of a goodness of our hearts, for example, or, you know, out of and I'm sorry for that expression, but sometimes out of stupidity. Because no matter how intelligent we are, no matter how intelligent I am, no matter how smart, for example, I am, if I am at all, you know, love makes us stupid. So investing into love in different circumstances could make us, you know, do stupid things. Not this week though. That elemental dignity puts a barrier that's kind of like differentiates the reasonable acts, reasonable decisions, reasonable performance that is going to worth our while, and unreasonable one, let's put it that way. Alright guys, so that was the collective reading, and first of all, I do apologize in advance. Don't feel my 100% here. I think I am catching the cold, starting with a runny nose. And on top of that, I had not a great day today anyway. So yeah, it's just, you do excuse me if you know, I'm not my 100% today. Besides that, a few notes about the show. Just give me a second here. A few notes about the show. So there are going to be 12 readings just like this one. One for each star sign. I'm gonna run the ecliptic, meaning that I'm gonna start with Aries and I'm gonna end up with Pisces. And bear in mind that these are readings for your star sign or for the star signs, and depending on how prominent one star sign is in your natal chart will determine how strong this reading is going to influence you, and also where this reading is going to influence you. But nonetheless, they are very seldom happen to be direct answers to whatever questions you do have within those readings. So take them as a guidance, as they are not your personal readings after all. If you do want your personal situation to be a subject of my interpretations of tarot, you can go to my website, which link you will find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you will see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support us, you can do so either via Super Chat or via PayPal, which link as well you will find in the description down below. And anyone who contributes is going to have a reading at the end of the stream. That's guaranteed, just like Taco here. Taco, thank you for the $33.33. Thank you, mate. And as well, Anna, thank you for the $20. Thank you, Anna. You guys are gonna have, both of you, a readings at the end of the stream. Just give me a second here to put you into the list. All right. Well, there is a flu epidemic here in my country, so it's very likely that I'm catching it. I don't have the bone fever yet, you know, when your bones ache and whatnot. But it may happen anytime, you know. I am just saying that, you know, it's starting with a runny nose here. Anyway, Aries, first card for it. It is the Nine of Pentacles. Knight, I'm sorry, of Cups. Four of Swords. Those three cards. This is how the elemental dignity stands. Yeah. And it is a stir, a bit problematic though, but the result of it should be really, really great. So what we have in reality for Aries for the duration of the week, it is that whatever pleasures, and when I say pleasures, I mean things that are gonna please Aries, not just only as a entertaining, not just only as an entertaining part of the thing, but also, you know, practical side of the matter also is going to be in place here. And what I mean is that whatever is going to please Aries as results, as experiences, as attendance, you know, as an attitude as well, whatever the case, whatever the pleasure, that pleasure it will have, or rather like in this direction of pleasure, there is going to be a huge breakthrough when it comes to a Aries development into the upcoming week here. Huge leaps, in fact, into that development. So just for a quick example here for Aries, it is that could very much be the week where you get the offer for a promotion. That could be very much the week that you say, yep, that's the one, you know. It could be very much the week where you do find the social circle that will provide you with a lot of pleasant experiences once more. And I'm saying that it's going to be a bit of a problematic development here because of the Four of Swords, and Four of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles. It is when you see your niche, because this is what we do have here, some kind of a niche for you. And anyone that it is close to you, it just can't fathom it, at least for now. And should you face some kind of, not exactly difficulties, but lack of understanding how to proceed with one thing or another, and you may hope to ask for a guidance or for an advice from your parents, your friends, maybe your beloved one as well, if you do have one. It's unlikely that you will find one, so it's kind of like, Aries, you are on your own within this development, or developing the development itself into the upcoming weeks, into the upcoming week. Other than that, only the first step is going to be difficult here. The rest, it will be a walk in the park. So don't take it way too harsh. Don't take it way too personal. You just have fun doing it. Okay. That reminds me back in the days when, I was making YouTube videos, weekly videos, and it was always difficult to start them out. As soon as I started and produced the first video, then, things are rolling up. But always the first one, to make it and to like it and all that, it was a pain in the butt. Okay, so that is something that we do have here for you. The first step, it will be a bit difficult because you're not going to find the expected support and understanding and attitude and all that. But other than that, once you do the first step, then everything is going to roll over and hopefully it's going to snowball for you. All right, so that was Aries. Moving next, we have Taurus. Well, we'll see, Anna. We'll see. My experience today, it's inevitable for everyone. Okay, so it's not something that it is unexpected at all, or you can call it a bad luck or a bad fortune. It's just anyone goes through it sooner or later. Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. For Taurus, it's a milestone or a checkpoint, whichever way you would like to accept it here. That this week is going to reach for you, or your points of the week. It is that checkpoint or a milestone that will ensure stuff around. It is a milestone, for example, within your friendship, and ensures the friendship, the longevity of the friendship itself. It is a milestone within your project and ensures the longevity of the project. It's a milestone that, the very least, it is a precautionary measure of dropping below it or beneath it or behind it, whatever way you wanna call it here. That's the good stuff of the week itself. Other than that, this milestone, once you reach it, at least for the time being, and I mean for the duration of the week, not much progress will be able to be made any further. So best time spent, according to these cards, is to attend to the details, so to speak, of the endeavor itself. And this is a milestone within the field. Like I said, you should check on what house Taurus is for you to know, where that milestone is going to happen. For example, when Pisces Moonbeam can correct me here, if Taurus is your second house, then that's money, I believe. So this is where the milestone is going to be, and you will ensure some financial flow and whatnot. But my point is that this week it's going to be best if you do focus on the details and preparations of a future plans, rather than kind of like keep on pushing forward or pressing your luck, how one might say, in regards to that. And long story short, when the week for you, Taurus, it's pretty much over, you should feel much more secure in your domain, okay, and much more confident for the stability of your future, of your house, of your family, of your job. Thank you, Pisces Moonbeam. All right, next, Gemini. Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, Three of Pentacles. It is either a dispute or straight away a verbal war over one thing or another that you are going to have for throughout the week. It is a dispute due to the fact that support that, for example, was promised. It's not, for example, there is something about a support that was promised, a help, for example, or it was expected, the very least, and not provided. For example, you expect your ex to take care for the kids in the weekend because you do have something, I don't know, or your ex-wife, you know, it's just your ex-partner to take care for the kids. And suddenly they decline. I mean, they reject that idea because they also have something different. And now we do have a wrangle here. Which endeavor or which enterprise is more important than the other? And this is where the disagreement is going to happen, that in your eyes, you know, your undertaking is going to be more important than theirs. In their eyes, theirs is going to be more important than yours. That is just for example here, okay? And ultimately, that can go down the rabbit hole, if you will. I mean, there will be no agreement or understanding, at least throughout the week. Or in other words said, guys, for Gemini, you can't expect any fruitful cooperations throughout the week. There is always going to be mutiny. There is always going to be disgruntled parties. There is always going to be lack of comprehension. We're not even talking about an understanding. People just ain't gonna fathom stuff around, okay? For example, your ex ain't gonna fathom how it is more important for you to go and I don't know, make that business meeting instead of taking care for your children, and you're not going to be able to fathom how it is more important them to go out on a date rather than to take care for their children. You know, for both of you is going to be super important, but I mean, for you, that business meeting is going to be super important. For them, you know, that date is going to be super important, but you just, you know, cross importance is just not going to be there, and that will produce these confrontations. So that is for Gemini. Next, Cancer. Hello, Newsybone. Welcome to the stream. Ace of Wands. The Emperor. Seven of Swords. It's pretty quick one. You, Cancer, will be presented with a gainful opportunity. whether that we a promotion or an offer for it, the very least, whether this is going to be some kind of a peripheral opportunity. Is just the cards are saying that you are going to be presented with a chance for a gainful opportunity, or to take on a very gainful opportunity. And the reason for it is that, one, it completely falls within your agenda. So if that's a job offer, for example, the company that is offering you the job, it's creeds, or rather like it preaches the very same creed you follow. Okay, if that's a promotion, this promotion will fall within all of your criterias for a, you know, having to work for someone and whatnot. Additionally to it, this opportunity will present you with not just only an opportunity to feel good and to feel accomplished, but also opportunity to growth. New studies, new developments, new skills, new knowledge coming out of it, and new experiences, especially if that refers to some kind of a romantic endeavor, because it could be a gainful romantic opportunity. And the second reason why this opportunity is presented to you, because you are the person for it. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's our guy or that's our girl, okay? When you are scoped from the party that it is offering you this this opportunity. And because we do have Seven of Wands to the Ace of Seven of Swords, I'm sorry, to the Ace of Wands here, that suggests that this is highly personalized. What I mean is that even though you may want to carry on people with you, like for example, someone from your old team into the new work or something like that, you won't be able to. This is highly personalized for you, and only you can be a subject of it, can be a subject of that gainful opportunity. News Devon, thank you for the £5. Thank you, News Devon. We are going to check out what comes up next week. As per usual, that needs to be a Lenormand reading, so if you don't want it, just let me know. All right. Next, we have Leo. The Lovers. Six of Wands. Eight of Wands. This is like winning out the contest, and at the end you are presented with a bunch of rewards and you get to pick which one you want. And you can't have them all. Okay, so every reward is going to have its pros and cons, and you just have to pick up the one you can live the best with. That is what we do have in front of you. Some of the rewards are not going to have much of a use at all, so you got to be careful when you pick. But all in all, for you, Leo, this is a week where you are going to receive recognition and you will receive rewards that are very in tune and harmonious with, you know, whatever performance you gave up recently, whether on your business front or whether on your personal and intimate front, or even social front, if you will. But long story short, receiving those rewards and that recognition is gonna make you feel very good, very harmonious with your environment, with your domain, and concerns and even troubles that you have up until this point, doesn't matter how big or small they are, disappear. They will disappear. So this is going to be an awesome week for you guys. I could even say immaculate one. All right, so that was for Leo. Moving next, Virgo. Seven of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Justice. There will be change in the wind, or at least an attempt change to happen. Not from you or not by you. Suddenly, for example, your supervisor or your boss will try to change the concept of your work. Suddenly, for example, your partner in life will try to change the concept in your relationship. Not very bruising attempt though. This ain't gonna be a call for war or anything. More like it's going to be presented as a suggestion, because there is gonna be aspect, according to them the very least, which does not work anymore. And go figure, what they're gonna point to doesn't work for them will be something that works very, very well for you. And that is a week, Leo, that's basically is gonna call for arms for you, although this ain't gonna be call for war. It's more like a taunt, for lack of a better word here. And you need to show, or at least that's what the cards are showing here, you know, that you do have a strong backbone, and you have the determination, readiness, and if you will, resources and stubbornness to stand your ground and give no, how can I put it into words? Give no margin for backing up or for backing out, and fight for what you believe, for what is working for you. So it's an attempt to be swayed, and to be swayed into, how can I put it into words, into compromises that simply are not going to work in your favor at all. So you will be tested within this week, whether you believe strongly in your agenda, or you are willing to cave in and, you know, allow bullshits to take place, because most of these suggestions are going to be bullshits. Very unfair, by the way, for what those cards are showing. Very unfair towards you and towards your situation. So you need to show a spine, Virgo, not Leo, but Virgo. You need to show a spine here. Sorry. All right, next, Libra. Page of Cups. Page of Wands. Ace of Cups. This is a sudden resuscitation. It's like revival, if you will. It could be a revival of a business, it could be a revival of a job, it could be a revival of a relationship as well, when it's almost lost hope. And that's the thing about these three cards, guys. It does represent an aspect of Libra's life that maybe Libra almost gave up on. And when I say almost gave up on, I mean it's clear from these cards that Libra is researching a new options available. Like, for example, researching, making Libra's due diligence, what kind of a job they can try to find when this one is over, because pretty much it's all the hope is almost lost that that job is going to work out, or whom they can start dating after this charade that they are in right now. It's over, and so on and so forth. Now, this week, however, is going to surprise you tremendously, because this shithole, and I do apologize for the expression here, this shithole that you may think you're finding yourself into will surprise you to be actually a mine full of gold. Because, for example, the douchebag that you are happen to date for a second or a third time, and you are almost ready to abandon the whole thing, is going to very pleasantly surprise you. And that is just, for example, it's just the whole enterprise that you are on the verge, on the cusp of giving out for, is going to pleasantly surprise you super much, that completely is going to reverse your opinion about the situation and about the matter. We're not talking about here giving it a last chance. This is about giving it a goal, because it's going to show up in front of you, Libra, its full potential. And whether you like it or not, for one or another reason, you will find yourself being emotionally attached to the damn thing. So you are gonna happen to realize, for example, that you do like that douchebag you are dating, for example, or that you do like the job. Nonetheless, it's not perfect, but it can be perfect. That's the point here. So it's kind of like putting on a bright eyes and seeing things from the bright side for you into the upcoming week, and making yourself emotionally invested into it, not because you want to suffer or anything, but because it has a potential to make you emotionally very prosper, or to make you prosper emotionally very, very much. All right, so that was for Libra. Moving next, we have Scorpio. The Death, which represents Scorpio, by the way. It's the world. My God. And then it is the Ten of Pentacles. What are the odds having that? That and the world falling together, they do equal, I would say, the true nature of the Fool card. They do represent the true end of an era. And when I say the true end, I mean that this will never going to come back into thy life anymore. Like the true end of I don't know, your loneliness, for example, for those of you who are feeling lonely, the true end of your joblessness, the true end of something that does not serve any purpose for you. And being jobless or being lonely doesn't serve a purpose, does it? I mean, it does serve to make you feel bad, but to make us feel bad, but that's not the point of this reading. This is serving a positive purpose, a benign, the very least, a purpose here. So huge improvement, but it needs acceptance. Well, we can't escape from it, okay? But if we do not accept it next week, then at the end of the line, when we find ourselves at the very end of our tether, it will be shoved down in our throats. And the shoving will be kind of unpleasant, even for some painful. So it will be best to, just accept it this week. Look at it that way. Death kind of comes to take away what no longer serves any purpose, that has kind of like done its part, so to speak, whether that's loneliness, joblessness, or some kind of a habit, whatever the case. And first it asks for it. And if we don't give it away, and we do not embrace the new era that it is offered, it kind of starts using the death itself, the fourth horseman of the apocalypse starts using its sight, and we don't want that. Okay, it's better to willingly kind of like let go of. So yeah, it's a culmination. That could be a culmination as well, some kind of a job, realizing that you kind of that job doesn't serve you any purpose other than giving you money, but you do have money out of it. So do best to find something bigger, and that bigger is coming behind the horizon. So for Scorpio, major change, and when I say major, I mean on steroids. This week it will be, it's just life is not going to be like this after that. It's going to be never the same before. The same as before, I'm sorry. All right, Sagittarius. Ten of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. The Strength. So it's, well, that's how it goes. This week, you will have a chance to make a let's say once in a lifetime change of your life. I mean, what happens, or at least according to these cards, the circumstances around you are going to be super potent. They're going to be super good. And in fact, you will consider yourself at some point of this week super lucky to be at the place you are finding yourself at, because it will basically going to be you are going to be present with the perfect circumstances to execute some kind of a move which is going to provoke a once in a lifetime change in your life. The thing is that you will not gonna need it. Okay, you will not gonna need that change at all, or at least that change in this field, because you will find yourself being completely content as you are. So this is a where is going to happen for you, Sagittarius, is at the field you are completely content, and it's only going to make you more stressful than it needs to, and not scared, but it's, how can I put it into words, fervorish for its stability of this field, that you do feel content about it. So it's like a temptation. Okay, how much you can carry on in your basket, how much you can handle on your plate, and taking on this challenge, taking on this endeavor does not say that, you know, you are gonna break your back. Okay, you can very well handle it, but the point is, can you recognize that you have enough? That's the point. What happens after that, this reading does not divulge here. What it divulges, it is that you are, if you do accept it, you are on a course of having problems. How big of a problems? Don't know. How much of a problems? Don't know. But you are on the road of having problems and having issues to be resolved that you simply do not need. Mari Carol, thank you for the $20 US. Thank you. At the end of the stream, you're gonna have your personalized reading. Tiona, thank you for the $5 US. Thank you. At the end of the stream, you're also gonna have your personalized reading. Let me put you guys into the list. Next, Capricorn. Four of Wands. The Magician. The Strength. How do I translate that? It's like accomplishing. Oh, okay. So what the cards are saying here is that throughout this week, you will accomplish some results that no one else can in order to basically finalize an important developments. But whether these are going to be business developments or not, kind of like business or a intimate developments, well, I guess that's going to be different for every single one of your financial developments, because it could be financial developments as well. But what the cards are saying here is that through these developments that you will finalize, you will build up a lot of sovereignty. Your personal sovereignty is going to be excelled into. And you will, in some cases, you also are going to be looked with awe, and some people are going to look you incredulously as well, or look at your work incredulously here. Because simply it will be unbelievable. Your work, I mean, you know, what you are able to accomplish behind the scenes, and with either your words or your actions. Either way could work. And finalizing these developments will also going to allow you to set a goal. So that's a huge week for you. We do have at the very least a closure, some kind of a closure, some kind of a milestone that you are going to reach. Not like Aries though. Okay, your milestone is going to be more of product of a very specific demands of the situation, very specific demands that only you can give at this given point, and therefore the contribution is going to be personalized to you. But according to these cards, there will be a transition into something bigger, whether in your love life or whether into your career. It just is very important that you do communicate. Okay, you do communicate your direction. You do communicate your desire and whatever targeting goal you have bestowed upon yourself, just so at the very least you give a warning where you're heading from there on moving forward. That very well as well, Capricorn, could be the end of your quest of searching for a person who will work with you or will be with you, not because of, you know, something they want to mold you into, but because of what you truly are instead. All right, next. Aquarius. The Sun. Judgment. The Hermit. Not much to say for Aquarius other than things are gonna be fine. That's what those cards are saying. I mean, those cards are saying that whether you would work towards it or not, because everybody will want that, But whether you are going to work towards it or not, things are going to fall within their natural pace and as well natural direction. What I mean is that say you do have some kind of collision here, or say you do have some kind of a dispute with a person so much you love. That could be a parent, that could be a kid of yours, it could be your partner in life. Say you do have that. And whether you want it or not, this dispute is going to be over, despite of the resolution or not. Well, the resolution is going to be as such that will present you with a reason to be happy, okay? But it doesn't have to be a resolution that will serve your purpose as well. So it's because having the judgment there, it's more like a revelation. And what I do suspect that should that be the case for you, it is that throughout the week you both are just gonna realize that this dispute is stupid, and you will drop out the dispute altogether. The idea that have produced that dispute in the first place. Therefore, that's neither you neither they are going to have their desired results, but that's fine. You are going to be happy because the hatchets are now buried and you get to enjoy your company. That's just for example. Monetary gains, very good week for that as well. In fact, these cards, the way that they are structured, shows that if you are deprived of finances, it's very likely this week you're going to figure out a brilliant idea how to not just only improve your financial state, but as well how to stabilize and make enough to live well. You are having, how can I put it into words, feeling stuck. Same thing. These cards shows that you are going to come up with a revelation how to develop, or rather like unlock, I don't know how to put it into words, unlock and expanding energies of growth in multiple fields and develop them as well. So how this is going to manifest for you specifically, Aquarius, anyone's guess. But whatever you are feeling stuck and things are going against the current, well, that's going to change big time. And now they're going to start following the natural flow and the current. Oh, and last thing, those of you who seek answers, you are about to find them as well throughout this week. All right, and last but not least, Pisces. The Magician, Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. It's an internal struggle. Unfortunately, on exterior, your development is going to be great, okay? At work, your performance is going to be great. In your social circle, you will present yourself very, very good. Very, very, not just only acceptable, but very... I don't know the English word for that. Prominent, maybe, is the word to say. In your intimate life, if you do have one, same thing. I mean, it is just your outer performance will be on spot, so to speak. That's not going to be the issue for you, Pisces. The issue is going to be when you ask yourself, what's the point of all that? And that will be a week of internal struggle, trying to find a reason just to keep on developing. I'm not talking about here that you're going to find that you're going to fall into depression. That will be a week where you will find a little reason to keep on improving, although you will find yourself quite content with what you have already improved upon. So you will be okay with your current love status, and you will see no reason. For example, if you are single, suddenly this week that's going to be okay, and you will see a little reason to go out dating. At your work, you will see a little reason, for example, to make contest for a bigger place. In your social circle, you are going to see little reason to start making new friends, for example, and it's just that's going to be the issue of the week. You will see no reason to just develop anymore because you will be content and pretty happy of your status that you are at that place. And one of the reasons why that's going to be, it is of the unknown, or at least that's what the cards are divulging. The unknown, how much is going to cost you, and not just only as a material resources, say money, but also as a personal effort. You are not going to have that question, can I handle it or not? You will be able to, you will be confident that you can handle it. The question is, on what cost? And that will be the factor that is going to make you not wanting more, just, which could be just as fine, okay? Because sometimes it's better to stay where you are content at than to risk it. All right, so that was for the 12th. Now, the super chat readings. All right, Taco, you're going first. Let me see if what does the week behold for thee? Thy will shall be done. All right, those are your cards, Taco. Here. Let me take off the Pisces sign. All right, those are your cards. Let me load the tobacco stick in. To apologize. Yeah, that cold is really catching up quickly. It's either about the travel or it's either about an inheritance matter, whichever one it's planned or it's planned or is gonna take place throughout the week in some kind of a circumstance or an information is going to be revealed on the issue or on the matter that is going to happen to give you an edge. So it's going to give you an edge, and that will allow you basically to, I can't say to strong arm people really, or to twist their hands, to twist their, to bend them by your will, but definitely is gonna allow you to, how can I put it into words, to make the most out of the situation that you are in, and even better than that, to do the most out of it and one better afterwards. So it's a leverage that you will acquire throughout the week. Yeah, well, then it is the inheritance. Bear in mind that that could be one of the last better. That could be one of the last, say, negotiation stages in term of that inheritance matter. But you can definitely kind of like not just only make your case here, Taco, but also sway the situation so you get what is going to, so to speak, fulfill you. Okay. And what you think, it's pretty much what you feel, not just only think, but as well what you feel it's fair. But nonetheless, if you do decide to use that leverage that is going to be ahead of you, you can put that whole thing to bed and just, that will be a big thing to say, but it will be close to the truth that ultimately you may find yourself in full control of the old man's will. Thank you, Tiana. So that's what's coming up for you this week. It's sweet, isn't it? All right, next, Anna. Yeah, a big leverage to use as you please. So use it wisely. Okay, Anna, these are the cards. It most likely refers to your professional development here, your career, okay? And what the cards are showing it is that through a very subtle decision making throughout the week, and most likely in cooperation with professionals, like that could be government institution, that could be some kind of a business partner, it could be just with a consultant, for example. You will harbor and anchor yourself to a great success. So this is a week where you are going to execute a super successful actions when it comes to business matter, and not just only business matters, as well personal matters. And having that Queen of Pentacles next to the Justice card, it does refers to some kind of a aspects of your developments that are either just at the stage of planning or a preparation or the very, very early stages. Okay, so that is like a branch that you are going to extend within this week, and the very initial obstacles that you may be facing, and difficulties and all that, all of them are going to be resolved. And think of it that if this is a cooperation or a collaboration with someone, that will serve both of you or both of the parties, all of the parties into the situation, a great deal of benefit. So this is going to have a mutual, it's just going to be a win-win situation that you are going to find yourself into. And on the personal stage, when it comes to the week, you will have time for everything, and everything will have a place into your domain, into your environment, so that this is not going to be a week where you are going to scamper around, for example, not knowing what to do and how to do it and why you're doing it. This is going to be a very designated drive that you will establish throughout the week, and like I said, that will harbor you for a great success. It's just the deliverance of a huge success for you this week. I know. So I don't know what you're planning, girl, especially business-wise. Hope it is big, because, like I said, that will be that plan will happen to be very successful. All right, Mary Carol. Well, that's great. That's great. I mean, from possible, some of it will happen to be definite, and that will serve both of you and those doctors a huge deal of benefits. Huge deal of benefits, Anna. Yeah, Mary, that's that's how I'm shuffling the cards now for you. It's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a good week. Hold on a second. All right. Those are cards, Mary. An exploit will end. What I mean is that you are going to find a way how to detach yourself from exploitative nature. Whether that's an exploitative nature of, I don't know, a family member or your job, okay, or just a neighbor or I don't know, someone from your social circle. But we do have an exploitative nature here that does not allow you, at least according to these cards, not just only to have it your way, but it's generally to have that feeling that life is fair. No more. This is gonna be over this week. I mean, you are gonna find a way to make it stop. And from there, life will happen to be beautiful. From there, what I mean is that from there, Mary, you get to within this field where you detach yourself from that influence, that exploitative influence, you get to build your own thing according to your criteria, according to your standards as well. So, for example, if you do detach from the exploitative influence at your work, then you get to build your work and to get to build your style of work and in generally business career to answer your criteria and your standards instead of trying to live up to someone's ridiculous standards and criteria. That also could be true for your personal life, where you know your criteria for relationship, love, and mutual livelihood will be held up to, and so on and so forth. But big thing for you, Barry, it is that this is a week where the exploitative nature of an influence is going to be over for you, where you are the one that is to be exploited or is exploited up until now. So that is why it is a huge week for you. And finally, you will feel like from there on, from now on moving forward, you get to place time and efforts into your things that you do believe in, instead of having to fight someone else's battles and someone else's even war. All right, next news Devon. What was it? What's coming my way this week? So that is again, like I said, a Lenormand reading. Let me shuffle and see. Those are the cards. Hold on a second. These are the cards. And the fourth one is this one, by the way. This one. So there are actually three ways how these cards can be interpreted as an event. Okay. Whether this is going to be a business trip that will allow you to set foot on a different business domain, on a different scale. That could be one way how these cards can manifest. That as well could be a manipulative person, or a liar in other words, that may try to infiltrate your domain, and that's a liar who comes from outside. That isn't someone you know right now, okay? Or that could be a matter of inheritance, and what these cards are showing is that there is going to be an attempt, if that's a matter of inheritance, there is going to be an attempt to be left with less than you should out of the inheritance itself. Last one, it's very unlikely, so the first couple. If you don't have a business trip this week, okay, then be very careful whom you speak with and how you speak with and how much you allow them to be a part of your life, okay? Because that's not going to be a very genuine individual. All right, and last but not least, Tiana. So let's check on your week. You do not expect business trip, do you, Yusvon? Four of Pentacles, Tiana. You're welcome, Yusvon. Four of Pentacles says that you will solidify something this week. Whether you will solidify your love life or whether you will solidify where you work, but bottom line is that you will secure a place. You will secure your place, whether into someone's heart, whether into someone's business, okay, whether into someone's favor. But that's what the card shows, that you will, or into something's favor, you know, because it could be at some point within some personal endeavor here. But the bottom line is that you will ensure a future of something for yourself. Hopefully that is something important. Hopefully that is something that you are going to truly look forward to. And that will conclude today's live stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much as well for your generosity, and we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.